Welcome to Book of Mormon Sock Puppet Theater, Episode 2, Ammon, the Super Missionary. What are you laughing at? This is very serious. You're laughing? Hey. Okay. My name is Mahana, the 10-cow sheep. I will be your guide as we relive the story of Ammon and his brothers through the magical world of sock puppets. No laughing! As you may recall, Ammon and his brothers had caused a lot of trouble as teenagers. Along with Alma, the prophet's son. Can you believe it? The prophet's son. They made a lot of people leave the church and do bad things. But they repented and each served missions for several years among the Nephites, trying to repair the things they did. Many people repented because of their missionary service. Now, Mosiah was their father and also the king. And after their missions, they met with their father. So where's the Ammon? Where's the Ammon? Okay, you ready, Ammon? Okay. Yeah, here's your cup.
Sons, where are you? I need to talk to you. I'm getting old, and one of you has to take my place when I'm gone. And you need to start learning now what you need to do as a king. Ammon, you are the oldest, and the responsibility is yours.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Dad. I do not want the big thing.
What?
I am still afraid that many of the people won't respect me because of my bad things I did.
Well, Ammon rejected the throne, and so did his brothers, Aaron, Omner, and Himni. Can you say those names? Aaron, Omner, and Himni. Very good, very good. Okay. King Mosiah then suspected that there was something else going on. When he asked them what they were planning to do, he got the shock of his life.
Dad, still, what? We want to be missionaries, but now we want to go to the Lamanites.
What? 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 You want to go see who?
The Lamanites.
Oh! I can't believe what I'm hearing. Now, King Mosiah did not want them to go because he was afraid the Lamanites would kill them. But he prayed about it. And the Lord told him that he would watch over them, and that they would be great missionaries. So the king said it was okay, and blessed each of them and said goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, I love you so much. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. They left Zarahemla city and started walking towards Nephiopolis. While they were traveling, they fasted and prayed a lot, probably because they weren't very good hunters. And the Lord blessed them with his spirit, and he told them that they would be tools in his hands in converting many of the Lamanites. When they got close to Nephiopolis, they each decided to go to different towns. And Ammon chose to go to Ishmaelville. But when he got close to the town, a group of Lamanites captured him and tied him up and took him to the king of Ishmaelville, King Lamoni. Now, King Lamoni was having a bad day. He just found out that someone had stolen some of his sheep and that his wife has just canceled their palace owner's insurance. So he was mad at his servants. He was so mad at them that he lost his temper and had them fed to the royal geckos. It was right after that that his guards brought Ammon before him.
So, my servants tell me that your name is Ammon. Well, why are you here, Ammon? You know, I should have had you killed. But I wanted to know why you are so brave to come here by yourself.
I'm
Why'd you come here, Ammon? Why?
I want to.
I want to preach and tell everybody about God and Jesus. Great King Lamoni, thank you not killing me. For not killing me. Come to the city because I want to live here with the Lamanites for a while. Maybe even until I die.
I don't know why, but I think I kind of like you, Ammon. I don't know why, but I think I want to let you live. In fact, see over there? See those lovely ladies over there? I think I'd even maybe like you to marry one of my daughters. What you think?
King Lamoni, I am sure your daughter is beautiful, but I am not ready to be married right now. But I do not want to hurt your feelings, so again, I just be your servant instead.
I don't know.
Lamoni, unless you want to feed the sheep yourself, I would let him be your servant. Remember how you just fed 5 of your other servants to the Earliums?
Perhaps you're right. I do have a lot of chores that need to be done. Have you seen the chariot after those blasted flamingos pooped all over it? And if he messes up, then I get to kill a Nephite. Oh, okay, Ammon. I'll let you be my servant. Here's a list of things I need you to do. today. First, feed and water the sheep. Take the curulums for a walk. Give my horses a bath. And then take my chariot to the chariot wash. You know that one, that $3 one, that nice chariot wash? We have a big party to go to tomorrow, and so I need all of this done today. Got it? Today.
Yes, Your Majesty.
So off Ammon went to help the other servants with the sheep. But after they got to the park and the sheep started drinking, the same group of Lamanites that stole the king's sheep yesterday came back to do it again.
Can you believe they came back again? And now they have a Nephi with them. We're going to be rich if they keep this up. Come on, you guys. Let's go get some sheep.
So the wicked Lamanites scattered the sheep again. Oh my goodness, that's my cousin. I can't believe they're doing that. That's my cousin. Oh, Georgie. The wicked Lamanites, they started scattering the sheep again, hoping and planning to steal them from the king again. When the servants of the king saw it, they were afraid and had started making plans to leave town so the king could not kill them like he did the others. Now Ammon had been taking a nap under a tree when he heard the commotion, so he ran over to the other servants.
What's going on? Where are the sheep?
They threatened to give us wedgies if we didn't let them have the sheep. Wedgies. Now the king is going to feed us to his caruso ones.
It's geckos.
Oh, geckos.
Gecko.
Did you not tell them that these are the king's sheep? Come on. Stop crying. Let's just go get the sheep.
Now, as Ammon and the servants gathered the sheep, gather the sheep, gather the sheep, gather the sheep, gather the sheep. The other Lamanites just laughed and started planning who was going to get the first atomic wedgie. But as they started to come back, Ammon stepped forward and said,
I had it. I'll handle this.
Can you feel the tension? Now, when the Lamanites saw the Nephite coming to defend the flocks and the servants, they thought that Ammon would be easy to kill because there were so many of them. And since they thought that Lamanites were stronger than the Nephites. But they didn't know that God had promised King Mosiah that Ammon and his brothers would be protected while they were preaching the gospel among the Lamanites. But what they also did not know was that Ammon had been secretly trained by the Jedi. When they started to come after him, he took out his slingshot and took out 6 of them. At this point, then they started to get mad, and they came after him with clubs. At this point, Ammon drew his sword, and each one of them that tried to hit him with the club got their arm cut off. Whoosh! Whack! Ah! No! My arm! My arm! Ah! Now, do that, or when he did that, there was about 12 of them that had their arms cut off. At this point, their leader, Leroy, had really gotten really mad and drew his sword and swore that he would kill Ammon. They had a great duel, and Leroy was about to win, but he saw Ammon start to smile and asked,
Why are you smiling? I'm beating you.
There is something you do not know. I am not left-handed.
At that point, Ammon switched his sword to his other hand, flip-jumped over Leroy, and killed him with one stroke of his sword. Leroy's brother, Greg, was watching, and as he and the others were running away, swore that he would avenge his brother's death.
You dirty Nephite scum. It is the last thing I do. I will get you. You'll see. I'll get you.
Well, the rest of the Lamanite servants with Ammon were standing around with their mouths hanging open. Did you see what he did? Did you see what he did? Did you see what he did? They couldn't believe what Ammon had just done. And in spite of what he had... Excuse me. In spite of what he had just done, he simply put his sword away and asked the servants to help him get the sheep and bring them back to their pen. Before they did this, they gathered up the arms that Ammon had cut off because they knew that no one would believe their story. Would you? Would you believe him?
Yes.
You would?
No.
No? Oh, ye of little faith! When they got back, they put the sheep away and ran to the back. Sorry about that. They ran to go tell the king what had happened. Meanwhile, Ammon took the king's chariot to the chariot wash and started to bathe and brush his horses so that they'd be ready for the big party the next day.
He cut off how many arms and killed how many guys by himself? I'm not listening to you. You're crazy. Nobody's that awesome. Where's my servant?
Servants, bring in the arms.
No, he really did. Look. Here are the arms he cut off.
What's in that bag? Oh, gross! Are you serious? You brought them with you? Let me see. Wow. This Nephite is truly an awesome warrior. Do you think that he's a man? No man can do that awesome things. He must be the Great Spirit. He has come to punish me for killing your friends that could not defend the sheep. Oh.
We don't know if he is the Great Spirit, but we know he is a friend of the king. Nobody can stand up to his pure awesomeness.
Where's Ammon now?
He's cleaning your chariot and getting your horses ready, just like you asked him to.
Shut the door. Are you serious? He is the best servant I have ever had. He remembers to do everything I tell him to do. Surely he is the Great Spirit. I want to talk to him, but I'm scared to. Oh, what to do? What to do?
Eventually, Ammon came to tell the king that he had finished with his chores. When he came in, everyone was mysteriously quiet and treated him with great reverence.
Master, please, the king wants to ask you something.
You wanted to ask me something, King Ramonai?
But King Namoni was too scared to ask him anything. He just sat there for an hour. An hour passes. Finally, through the help of the Spirit and with his Jedi training, knew the thoughts of the king.
Is it because I killed those men and cut off their arms of the others that you are scared of me?
How do you know my thoughts? Are you the Great Spirit? Are you sent by the Great Spirit to avenge the death of my servants that I fed to my pet geckos the other day?
I am not a great spirit. I am just a man and your servant.
How do you have such great power to do these things? Please tell me. I will give you whatever you ask.
If I tell you, will you believe and all I have to say?
Yes, I will. I will believe all your words. Please tell me.
Do you believe there is a God?
I don't know who God is.
You believe in the Great Spirit that created heaven and the earth and everything on it.
Yes?
This is God.
Tell me more.
Ammon then taught King Lamoni all about God and Jesus Christ and the plan of salvation. He taught him about Nephi and his brothers Laman and Lemuel and all of their wicked, rebellious natures and blah, 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 blah. He taught him everything he needed to know from the scriptures. Then, after Ammon had taught him these things, King Lamoni shouted out,
Oh, Lord, have mercy upon me and my people.
When he had said this, he fell down like he had died. His servants carried him off and took him to his bed, where he laid for 2 days and 2 nights. His wife and his sons and daughters were all very sad because he was dead, or they thought he was dead. And after 2 days and nights, there were many that wanted to bury him because they thought he was dead. But his wife, the queen, did not think that he was dead. She asked for her servants to go get Ammon so that she could talk to him.
Our servants say that you are a great prophet and that you have great power to do anything. Is this true? Please go to my husband. He has been in his bed for 2 days, and many say that he stinketh, and should be buried. But to me he doth not stink.
Now Ammon knew it was the power of the Lord that had overcome King Lamoni, and he knew that good things were happening while King Lamoni was sleeping. he was being converted in his heart. So then Ammon said to the queen,
The king is not dead, but he sleeps in God's tomorrow he will wake up. Do you believe me?
I have no proof other than the words of our servants, but I do believe that he will wake up tomorrow, as you have said.
I have never seen so much faith, even among all of the Nephites. You will be blessed for your great father faith.
The next day, many were gathered around the king. And just as Ammon said, the king woke up and was so happy.
Blessed be the name of God, and blessed art
Thou, I have seen my Redeemer, even Jesus Christ. He shall be born here on earth to a woman, and he will redeem all mankind.
Now after he said this, he and his wife and Ammon all fell down as if they were dead. They were so happy and filled with the Spirit that they passed out. When the servants saw this, they began to cry out to God until all of them except one had also passed out. Now, the one who had not passed out was a woman named Abish. She had already been converted, even though she was a Lamanite, years before because of a marvelous vision her father had seen. She knew what was happening and ran to go tell as many people as she could come see. When they came, some of them believed in her testimony, but others did not and blamed Ammon for causing this to happen. In fact, Greg, the brother of Leroy that Ammon had killed defending the king's sheep, came running to see if it was true. When he saw Ammon lying helpless on the ground, he drew his sword to kill him. But as he did, he fell down dead. Then many people started arguing with each other about Ammon. Some said he was a great prophet. Others said he was sent to torture the Lamanites. Just then, Abish came running back and saw the people fighting, and she was sad.
Why are you fighting? You guys are so lame.
She immediately went over and touched the queen's hand. And the queen woke up and shouted,
Ah! Oh, blessed Jesus, who has saved me from the awful hell. Oh, blessed God, have mercy upon this people.
When she had said this, she clasped her hands and started speaking in tongues. Then the queen took the king by the hand and woke up, and he woke up and immediately started teaching his people the things that he had seen and learned while in the Spirit. They told them that their hearts had been changed, that they no longer wanted to do evil. There were many of his household that listened and were converted that day. But there were some who would not listen and walked away. Ammon also got up and started teaching the people. Everyone that listened believed and were baptized and became a righteous people and established a church among them. And they became some of the most righteous people that ever lived on this earth. And that is the story of Ammon, the super missionary. Everybody give him a hand.
It's true.
What's up with the sheep?
That's it.
Okay, come up. Everybody come up. Yeah. Come up. Woo! Everybody stand up so we can get you.
We got videotape you.
That were arms.
Wow.
Yeah.
Barbie girl arms.
Everybody stand up.
Well, nobody cleaned up the arms, huh?
No,
That's
it's
okay.
It's fine.
The arms was the best part.
Yeah.
That was funny.
I know.
Everybody look at. Everybody stand up and take a bow.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Not you. Everybody else take a
The
bow.
audience was great.
This is awesome.
Yay! Nice job, you guys. Woo!